actually you do. You need to like train specifically. I'm sure you know this, like you need to train the specific muscles in your glutes to make sure they're firing properly and supporting your hip joint, and then supporting that chain movement reaction down your knee into your ankle as well. That's for cycling and for running. So I'm gonna show you some of the best ones to use to really make sure that your glute med, your glute max and performance are firing properly. So yeah, take it or leave it, but I'm gonna send it to you anyway. Cool. So a lot of it is side loading. So an easy one you can do is this one, hand, fingers facing forwards or to the back there, knee in line with your fingers, and make sure that you're not bending forwards like that. So tuck your hips right forwards, make sure this is nice and high, and you should already feel that that lower hip is activating. And then you can challenge it a little bit by doing these leg raises. Cool, so that's 10 each side. I can already feel it burning there. You'll know when it's your glute med, because you get like almost like a sharp kind of firing there. Right on the hip is that upper small muscle. As I say, I'm sure you know this. Okay, and to make that a little bit harder, this one, and start working harder, you can kneel on the end of a band, or use normal like Pilates bands, and then keep that same position, but now start to kick upwards and outwards. Okay, and it really starts to fire that glute. So you can do about 15 reps of these. This is burning like a bitch already. So that's definitely working. Okay, and obviously you want to do both sides. Cool. One thing that I saw that I picked up from Mo Farah's training was some awesome side planks varieties. So I just want to show you those now. Using a pillow now, but you can use a bozu because it really works to immobilize you and then challenge you more. Okay, so this is great because you're working the back of your shoulder as well. Also great for cyclists and runners. Cool. Come up into that side plank, and again remember, elbow in line with the hip, in line with the ankle, so push those hips forwards. No bending forwards, because then you ruin that line. Cool, and then from there you can do your openers. Okay, nothing groundbreaking. Now if you've got a hand weight, you can take it, pop it under the lower rib, rotate, bring it back, secure that again, and then open that. So you're challenging it, challenging the shoulder behind you, and challenging this lower hip and the obliques. Okay, and open. Again, change sides about 10 to 15 each side. Next one you can do, actually putting your feet on the moving object. So I'm going to balance my feet on there, and then come into that side plank again on the elbow. And this time you're just going to dip down to your hip to the floor, whilst bringing this knee to the top, whilst bringing the knee in. Okay, so we're really strengthening these hips and loading it in movement so that it's then going to support you really well in movement. Okay, so you're teaching it to support you with every single stride, with every single cycle. Whew. It's really hot today. Okay, so they're really good ones. Plenty more for you. You would have seen lots of these ones, I'm sure, with your bio, but again, you need to teach your supporting glute to hold on. So say this is my weak side, and it is. I'm going to stand on the left leg, hitch into that hip a little bit and squeeze my butt, turn it on. Make sure I'm squeezing here. Okay, and then I'm challenging it by taking that band away and up, trying to keep the toe in front of the knee here. Okay, so I can feel that's really holding on here. I'm teaching the side of my body to hold on and be stronger from, again, a different angle, challenging it from a different angle. Really, really boring to watch. And I know you know these side kicks, I'm sure. Again, just making sure these are strong. This is boring, but when you're doing endurance work, it's essential. How else? If this is a little bit weak here in this muscle, then my TFL overworks and I get that tension down my iliotibial band and then into the knee, starting to cause patella dysfunction as well. Okay, so these are really, really essential. You've got so that's your forward movement. your sideways, and you're even going to do your side kicks. So hold on. I mean reverse kicks. Don't go too far. See, I'm not bending my back, I'm using my glutes. Okay. And again, this side is holding on and working hard. You should be looking at, for your glute max, some Bulgarian split squats, making sure when you do these that the knee isn't coming forwards and that you're loading into this glute. Okay, you're not going forwards here. We're trying to load into that glute and get it really, really active. More. When we're doing your one-legged bridges, make sure that that glute's on fire once you press into the heel and down the hamstring. And to make it harder, again, go onto your bosu or roller, press those down, arms across the body, and you're going to balance whilst you're bringing your knee to your chest. Okay, my left side is on fire because I've overused it in all my examples. What else? Okay, so also on that side plank position. Yeah. Literally just this at every angle. Not using my back, making sure that I'm using my glutes. So it's at every angle, and I'm using my glutes to activate that movement, to get abduction going. Good, on my toes down. Going slightly up, round the clock. Okay, making sure that your glutes are working all the time. Another great one. Yes, band again. Band around your knees. Feet together, knees out. Okay, you're going to press your heels together and let that, and really squeeze your glutes at the top. Let them come in, come out. Bring the knees out, press those heels together and feel these glutes switch on. Okay, you might have good glutes, but if they're not firing every single muscle, or you've got one side, you could just work on one side if you want to. Challenging the side, holding on. Whew. Okay. So that's that. I just wanted to send you a couple of tips so you can make sure that you're as pain-free as possible. Cool. Chat to you soon.